All right, gang. Welcome to another video here on the ICG Store YouTube page. We have our first bit of Zendikar Rising content, and we are starting off with Blue-White Control. Hopefully, this is going to be a good deck up for this rotation. There is a lot of neat spells, the land, the modal DFCs. I think these are going to be a solid addition to most control decks, or even mid-range decks, because the ability to play these high converted mana cost deck cards, like a 7 mana, but if it's in your opening hand, you can just play it as a land and call it a day. And this also lets us play less lands. So you can play more lands and more spells, so you'll have a lot more opportunities and more choices. And really, the control decks, that's what they want. They want to have choices to do things. They don't want to just have to play their lands and rely on drawing cards. But now, this is the first iteration of this deck, and I'm kind of just shooting from the hip, playing cards that I like, playing cards I think are going to be good, cards that I thought were good, but now that we have rotation, there's more slots for them. The win conditions of this deck are going to be Shark Typhoon. There's 4 of them. It's an instant speed, cycling spell or cycling ability that can make flying sharks, which is going to be awesome. And then our second win condition is this Emeria's Call. And this is neat too because it's also a land. So the rest of our deck is just going to be spells that deal with our opponents and what they're doing. So we're pretty light on our land base. We only have 20, but as you can see, all of these cards over here, they all are land. So we have an additional 11 lands. So really, if we wanted to play it in a certain way, we have a 31 card deck or 31 land deck. So we're gonna play it like this and see how that goes. I'm not really certain, but if it's gonna be good or bad. But I did want to try out a version of this that has a ton of flip cards, so we have so we can feel out if that's the kind of thing we want to do. So when it comes to new cards in the deck, they are mostly these flip cards. This is a Planar Cleansing for 8 mana, but it also is a land. Emeria's Call is the one that makes 2 angels. We have the Silundi Vision. This is a card advantage, so we can try and rip our Wrath of Gods or whatever else we need counter spells at the time. And then we have Jwari Disruption. This is an interesting one. This is Censor. You can think of Censor was pay 1, cycle it. This is just, instead of cycling it, it's just automatically a land. So Censor was played in standard when it was in rotation, and I bet you this card is going to end up being very good, but we'll have to find out. And then finally, the way that I constructed this deck is that a lot of what I'm seeing is the decks are going big. We have the Omnath decks. I see a lot of Ugins rolling around, a lot of just high converted. Genesis Ultimatum was another card which I love. But I see a lot of high mana cost things going on. So I wanted to play a deck with hard counters. So we have Thassa's Intervention, which is probably going to end up being a hard counter, and then Neutralize, and then the Silundi Vision is just another. It's not a hard counter. Sorry, the Jwari Disruption is not a hard counter, but I wanted more counter magic to deal with their big threat, so we can kind of deal with their little creatures, and then when they go to play their bombs, we have a counter spell for it. And then the sideboard has a couple new cards in it. It has the Skyclave Apparition. I really like this card. It's removal. That's also a creature, and it's not like an O-Ring where the thing comes back. It's gone forever. They get an illusion instead, so it can get rid of hard to deal with permanents. And the Skyclave Cleric, this is probably better as something else, but I wanted to play just because it's another DFC, and you gain 2 life, and it blocks creatures pretty well. So, and then finally we have the Confounding Conundrum. This is I don't know if this card is going to be very good in standard because there's no fetch lands. Like this card, I feel like had fetch lands in mind when they created it, but it's really good against Uro and then the Omnath decks, and we'll see if this ends up being boardable in at all. I did see some sideboards of some decks playing 4 of it. I think that's a little bit too much, but I don't know. Let's go ahead and play some matches with this. This will be my first. I want some ranked, traditional, standard, ranked. This is my first bit of content of Zendikar Rising, actually playing it rather than just like looking at spoilers. So I might have to read a bunch of these cards. There might be some. I mean, we might find some gems too. People are playing. His hand looks Oh, well, so I almost auto-shipped it, but look at this, a 3-land hand with lots of removal. The Silundi Vision can get us other cards. So, like, that's the benefit to these cards, is that we can keep this hand on the backbone of these cards being lands. So we'll just get this as a land. And now we have a Glass Casket on 2 that can deal. Let's see, look at that. And then Glass Casket on 3 and play the Silundi Vision. That felt great. See, that's why I think blue-white control is going to do really good in like really any control deck. I want to play red with Nahiri because I really like that card. But so with this, we can go ahead and play out our Castle Vantress. There is probably merit to Glass Casketing this Rimrock Knight, but I think that we just want to resolve Omen of the Sea because we're going to shatter next turn. And that way we can hopefully snatch up a 2-for-1. And then worst case scenario, this Silundi Vision is a land, so at least we're not missing our land drops. It does kind of suck that the Zendikar lands, there was not a blue-white one, and we're also lost Hallowed Fountain. So that's a pretty good one. That definitely messes with our Wrath of God plan. Neutralize. We don't really want Neutralize in an aggressive matchup. The counterspells get a little bit worse here. Fortunately, we do have double Shatter, so we can Shatter into Shatter. They'll get their triggers. 2 little 1/1s. Fine by me. Oh, Ember Cleave. Okay, so we can go ahead, play our land. Shatter feels super weak here. We can Glass Casket the Satyr, and then Silundi Vision, but also have just Jwari Disruption up. Ember Cleave is 3 to equip, so that would take their whole turn. I think I'm okay with that. I think I can live with that. And then now we can Vision for something relevant. Fine. If they go to play a 2-drop, this Censor could be, this Disruption might be good. Oh, that's not good at all. What can we do here? We can't even Censor it. I guess we let it resolve. Take 8. Put us to 3. It's definitely a scary number. Alright, give us something good. We need something good. So we get instant or sorcery from among them. They have a shock. Ooh, they do. We're at 1. That's not good. That would be that would definitely be better if it was a Censor. Okay, so we have to Shatter here. It still lets us leave up the Disruption, so. Let's see what they got. Akum Hellhound. 1 mana, 2/3 basically. Oh no. Omen of the Sea. Here we go. Come on. If we could hit another Wrath, that'd be good. Shark Typhoon is not going to do it. Come on. Let us hit. Dispute. Not good. So this deck does have a lot of counter magic in it, which is not good against these aggressive decks. But we do have a good bit of stuff to bring in. So we can bring in the creatures. Essence Scatter will be okay. Apparition. So let's go ahead and bounce out the... so out of all the counter magic, Neutralize feels kind of weak. I'm going to leave the Disruptions in because they are kind of our lands. Although the Skyclave Clerics do... Okay, we'll shave 2 of those since we're bringing in 2 of the Clerics. Dispute is gone. What else do we want to shave? We can shave 1 Elspeth because that Torbrand's like its main hit. One of these Ondu Inversions. So this feels kind of good. So what we have 3 spots to bring in. We can bring in a Borrower, and then 2 Dream Trawlers. Looks good. So maybe we might have too much counter magic here. Maybe we want probably like around 8-ish. I think we're like at 11 or 12. See, so this is another interesting hand where it has, you know, it's definitely a mulligan if these were spells, but we're gonna keep. We'll play down the Emeria's Call, and we can play these Skyclave Clerics on 2. Man, that just feels good. Feels good. The Hellhound. Unfortunately, it doesn't. This guy's gonna end up being a 3/1. Or sorry, oh no, he's a 2/3, so this blocks. Perfect. Skyclave Cleric for the win. I guess they could shock it, Lightning Strike, or not Lightning Strike, Lightning Strike S card, I forget what it is, but sometimes it does 4 damage, I believe. Alright, Robber of the Rich. So, we need to get a blue land into play, so we're going to go ahead and play this as a land. Play another Cleric, and now we can double block the Robber and kill it if that's what, if they decide to offer that trade. What do we got here? Would they didn't flip anything off Robber of the Rich. Ooh, Annex. It's a good one, since we do have Wrath, but we have Elspeth Conquers Death. We need to hit our land drops. Let's go ahead and play Omen. Hit our lands. So this is a land. We'll keep that. And these clerics are keeping them at bay. We do need to hit land 5 for this Conquer's Death. It will... This hits another attacking knight. One, two, three, four. I'm not so sure what they have here. It's probably a shock. If they have a shock, then the double block will at least kill their champion. So let's do that. Did they have the shock? Bone Crusher Giant. So they did have the shock. This way, now we get to snag their champion. Okay, so there's our 5th land. Do we need a 6th? Yeah, I think at this point we really just want mana. So our options are to... We could unsummon the Annex on their turn. This is a counterspell. So we'll just pass here and let them and see what they do. Thassa's Intervention is 3 mana for basically a counter, just 3 mana counter spell at this point. Okay, we did not want to see them have a land here. Attackers. So we'll go ahead and Brazen Borrower. I guess Petty Theft away the Annex. And this way now we have 3 cards, and then the Robber of the Rich trigger fizzles. So that was a good trade. And then if they just they just play Annex again, we can Elspeth Conquers Death it. So looking pretty good here. We'll eventually get to reanimate that Skyclave Cleric. Oh, they had another Annex. What are you doing to me? What are you doing to me, bro? So what do we want to hit here? Interesting. Land. So if we Wrath of God, they'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They'll get 5 satyrs. And they'll draw a card. We could try to hit a Glass Casket. So we can cast Thassa's Intervention for 3. And then try and Glass Casket. Yeah, I think that's probably what we want to do. Oh, we did not hit it. Okay, we got a Shark Typhoon and the land. That was not what we wanted to see, though. They have a Castle Embereth getting activated here. Not looking good for the home team. Not looking good for the home team. Oh my gosh, it was the next card. The next card was a Glass Casket. They can almost activate 2 Castle Embereths. That'd be wild. They're probably gonna go Bone Crusher Giant. We can Essence Scatter it. Interesting. So the Cleric will gain 2. So, this is an interesting one. We can hard cast the Typhoon, and if they play a creature, we can Essence Scatter it. I think I'm into that. They could be shocking us at end of turn with an additional... Oh, they did not. Well, then why didn't they activate the Castle Embereth? What are they doing? What's their play here? I don't know. Awesome. So we can Essence Scatter this. We'll get a 2/2, which will be very helpful. Oh, look at my little dude. What are they planning? What are they planning? And if we rip Spell next turn, we can go Wrath. They'll get some guys, but then we can play the spell off and get something from Shark Typhoon. And then this Brazen Borrower is just chilling there. Okay. Or even like double Shatter would be sweet. So, I suppose that it's important to scry Glass Casket plus another Shark Typhoon. Ooh. So, if we shatter, they're getting 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're getting 7 1/1s. That cannot happen. So we need the Glass Casket next turn, and then Shark Typhoon the turn after. Perfect. So we just got to survive a turn. Which I think will be fine. We can block. They have Castle Embereth activations, which kind of suck, but... we'll be able to fight through those. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they can hit us for 8. Put us at 3. But we get to clean up the board. with the Shatter Glass Casket play. So we'll Glass Casket, the Annex. And then we can shatter away the board. Okay, and then we have the Shark Typhoon to make a 1/1 if they have a hasty creature. Otherwise, we can resolve the Borrower. We're at 3, boys. Come on. Okay, I do not care about the hasty. I only care about the hasty. Show me that Fervent Champion. Oh, no. Why you do this to me? Those are so hard to deal with. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. But I guess we're going to be making a 6/6 with this Shark Typhoon. Oh, God, what does this do? Cowards can't block warriors. Choose one that hasn't been chosen this turn. Kargan Intimidator gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Target creature becomes a coward until end of turn. Target warrior gains trample. Ugh, that's not good for us. That is not good for us. So we need to draw some kind of a spell here. Glass Casket. Okay, that's great. So we can Shark Typhoon for 6 and then also play the Glass Casket. So I think we might be able to pull this one out. Now we're getting 2 2/2s. All right, so we'll attack in the air, try and get this game over. I mean, if they rip a 3 damage spell, we're kind of boned, but otherwise we got a lot of power on our side of the board. We have a lot of power. We got triple Castle Embereth. Can we pull this one out? Come on. Need him to whiff like 2-3 turns in a row. Come on. My heart can't take it. Okay, so creatures, more creatures is a little rough because this guy cannot block. Awesome. Ooh, that is a great draw. So let's go ahead and cast it now to see what we get. At this point, we just kind of want like a counterspell, Thassa's Intervention. That's exactly what I was thinking. So we'll attack. So this, and then we need 3 blockers, so we'll attack with 1 flyer. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Or so if we attack for 9, put him at 8, that's still the same clock, so we'll hit him for 9. And then we have they can see the counterspell in our hand, so. Time to scoop it up. Scoop, scoop, scoop it up. Block, block, block. Even if they have an Embercleave, we can counter it, so. So 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, sorry, that's 4. I gotta pay the regular cost. There we go. Counter unless you pay 8. Ding, ding, ding. And then we'll kill him on the crack pack. Game 3. All right, so what felt good, what felt bad there? Counter magic was a little rough. We'll just ship it back. Those the 2-mana 1/3s that gained us life were pretty sweet. Those were pretty cool. So maybe those will stay in the deck because when you're bringing those in, you want to board out the disruptions, and that way you're switching lands for lands. Because you got to be cognizant of that, is whenever you're taking out those spells, you have to make sure that your land count is staying, you know, around 27, 28. This land looks good. Doesn't look the best, but it does have, we can scry into something. What we got? We do not want a second one of those. It isn't a land, though. We have a disruption for their 3-mana play. Okay, that's fine. This turn is going to be pretty good, so if they go try and resolve an annex, we can counter it. Otherwise, we can play Omen of the Sea. This guy's kind of annoying, though, because he can make it... we only play 1 or 2 creatures and play it once, so... Come on, play your annex. Play the annex right into my my disruption. I'm not sure if they saw it game 1, so... They did not. Play a 2-drop. Robber the Rich. Awesome. So we can go ahead and counter that. Solid play for us. Ooh, Fabled Passage, Fabled Passage. The Emeria's Call. What do we want to do with that? I think that this is not going to ever be played for 7 mana this game, so we'll let that go. Then that way we have 2 untapped lands in these Fabled Passages. And next turn we can shatter if they do not play an annex. Even if they do play an annex, I think we shatter anyways, so. Hopefully they just play like a rinky-dink creature. We can shatter and move on. They gonna Rimrock Knight it? They are not. Or maybe they were thinking of Embercleave. Oh, they did have it. That is unfortunate. So let's see what we get here. Another Shatter would be good. Land. We don't really want land. We don't really want the counterspell. Looking for some removal. Glass Casket. Second Shatter is awesome. Perfect. So let's go ahead and thin our deck a little bit. This will go get a blue source. And we'll Shatter the Sky. Does suck to get the draw a card, but that's okay. They'll get, what, 4 1/1s? We can live with that. 4 little 1/1s, and then hopefully they play just some more creatures that are not annex. Please play some creatures that are not annex. I guess Torbrand would be pretty backbreaking. Torbrand would be very scary. I think that might just be the game if it's Torbrand. 4, 8, would be 12. Yeah, that would just be game over. Embercleave, I can live with. I can live with that. So we're at 5. We're at 5. Do not play another annex. The game, 1, he had 3. Right? No, game 2, he had 3. All right, perfect. So let's go ahead and shatter. 5 is a pretty healthy life total against them. Okay, 3. 3 is definitely a little bit scarier. Ardenvale comes in tap, so we'll just go ahead and slam that down. Because we're probably going to get... what are we going to get with Fabled Passage? Island or Plains? I guess at this point we'll probably get Island. Oh no, and he has enough to equip. Good game. Yeah, what are you going to do? Off the top, because then we have, if he plays the Bone Crusher, we have the what are you going to do? What are you going to do? That's okay. So, first takeaway, I do think maybe there's a little bit too much counter magic, but I want to play these like mid-range, top-end, play giant spell decks and see how that goes. I think that the sideboard, first impression, the sideboard needs some more more cards to bring in against these aggressive decks. Like, probably want... I do like that, the 1/3 creature. If we could fit 2 more in there for the play set, that sounds good. What else could we slide in there? Giant Killer I was playing that a lot pre-rotation. I don't know if that's good anymore, but we do have those 2 Dream Trawlers on the top end. You know what? I don't hate this hand. I'm gonna keep it. It'd be much better if we were on the play. I love these double face cards. Oh man, it just lets you do so much more. And if you draw them in the late game, they do stuff. So we can slam the plains down here on turn 2, and then we have the Omen of the Seas to get to relevant things. Temple of Enlightenment on 3. It's like an island that you could discard to do something. It's so neat. It's like an activated ability built into an island. So this is what Bant. We got an Uro. Interesting. Dryad of this is probably like the 4-color Omnath deck. So we're not searching for another Shark Typhoon, or are we? I mean, it cycles and you get a shark. It's like the best card in the deck. We're going to Omen of the Sea next turn again. I think we want, like, counter magic is what we're searching for at the moment. Just, like, some counter magic to deal with their stuff. Shatter's okay. We'll Temple into... We don't need another land. And we can Omen of the Sea again. So this is another one of those big mana decks that just like Neutralize is going to be very powerful again. Omen of the Sea. Don't want to Shatter. Castle Vantress is interesting because if the game's going to go long, this is going to let us scry. That's a decision. I'm going to keep that. We'll just play land and pass. So unfortunately, we still do not have any counter magic for their bombs. They could be playing a little bit scared and not do anything. There's no Nissa who shakes the earth anymore, so we don't have to worry about that. Ooh, that is a scary card. Oh, man. Every time they play a land, they get a 2/2. All right. Well, Silundi Vision. Neutralize, perfect. Double Neutralize. But, man, these 2/2s are going to start catching up to us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So next turn we can slam a Shark Typhoon down, and then they're making 2/2s, but we're making flying sharks, which are a little bit more powerful. So with this, we can sack an Omen of the Sea. Oh no, we can activate Castle Vantress, actually. And that's better on our mana. Into the Roil. That's useful, for sure. Fabled Passage, we'll go get Island. And then we can slam a Shark Typhoon. Oh no! Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness that... Thank goodness there was an extra prompt, or that would have been terrible. Oh, man. I don't know why. I guess the right side is like always the more powerful side to me, but I guess it makes sense with the cycling. Come on, dog. Come on. The benefit, though, is they have nothing to reanimate at this point. Oh, no. Fabled Passage. Solid. Very good draw. We do. This Emeria's Call's coming to fruition. About to make 2 4/4s. Do we just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4, 5, 6, 7. White, white. Oh, we don't have a third white. Oh man, that sucks. So, what do we want to do here? Try and get down another Shark Typhoon? Do we want to get down another Shark Typhoon? I think that we do. We're at 11. Maybe not. Let's just go ahead and pass. And depending on what they do, we can either counterspell or unsummon something. We can unsummon the Dryad or the token. Boulder Path. Okay, I see. It looked a little weird. So we might be locked into just unsummoning here. Yeah, so we'll just unsummon the Dryad. Still taking 4, but that's okay. Ooh, Conquer's Death. That is another way to deal with Felidar Retreat. So they have 7 mana to work with. 7 mana. Okay, cool. And a Lotus Cobra. I think that... What do we want to do here? Oh yeah, so these are... I'm still being taxed, which sucks. Man, that really does suck, because that messes up our whole plan here. I guess we just... The only thing we can do is Shatter. That's unfortunate. There's not anything we can do at instant speed, so yeah, I guess we just have to Shatter. Feels bad. And we're just going to play this as a land. We need more mana, and the Shark Typhoon route is probably how we're going to win. Giving them a target for the Elspeth Conquer's Death kind of sucks, but we will survive. Ooh, Uro. How many cards they have in the bin? They have 3. So they did not. They're missing their land drops. Okay. Decisions. We probably need to play Teferi. We can draw, discard away something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can resolve this Shark Typhoon. But we only have 2 mana left, and that doesn't do much for us. So let's just go ahead and get this Teferi down. We'll draw and discard. Oh, a Shatter. Shatter is going to be good. We'll get rid of this Thassa's Intervention. We have 4 mana to work with. If they go to attack us, we can phase out the Dryad. We also have this Neutralize to counter their Banishing Light. I think I'm okay with Banishing Light. If we phase out their Dryad, let the Banishing Light resolve, and then we can Elspeth Conquer's Death it eventually. I think that'll be a good play. They have 4 mana if they try and resolve. They can't play Uro. Or no, they can't. The Dryad's phased out, so they cannot play Uro. They don't have enough cards anyway. Another Dryad. Man, that card just doesn't matter. But we're at 7, so we have to counter it. Can't really get super greedy here. Jwari Disruption. Oh, what can we do? What can we do? So we're definitely going to play this as a land. We can Conquer's Death away the Felidar Retreat. And that still leaves up mana for Neutralize. And then we take 5 and go to 2. I think that might be the play. Or no, we can use it on Banishing Light to plus. Yeah, we can use it on Banishing Light. Perfect. That gives us our Teferi back.
This isn't my first time being
This for land. And now we can phase out something if we need to. Which we more than likely will need to, but we'll see where they attack, if they have another Banishing Light, what they plan to... No, Banishing Light. Okay, so we'll phase out. I guess the Grove again, the most damage.
I must have missed something.
Ooh, Uro from the hand. Yeah, I mean, it's just a cantrip at this point. Do they... Okay, I'm going to whack us for 2. Oh, man. So what do we need here? What do we need here? Glass Casket. Glass Casket on the Beast token. Do we want that? It doesn't feel like we want that. We have this Shatter, so... Well, we got it anyways. Well, I guess we do kind of want that because we can Shark Typhoon and then Glass Casket to get a guy. And the guy can block. Alright, Flying Shark. Will it be enough? They can cast an Uro at this point, which will buff up their dudes. They've played 2 Banishing Lights so far. Conquer's Death on my Shark Typhoon again. Solid play. Solid play. Unfortunately, this Conquer's Death is not going to get anything back. That sucks. We drew a land, which is bad again. Ugh. We can cycle this Neutralize. Let's go ahead and scry to... Oh, Shark Typhoon. I think we want both of these. So we can shatter away the Dryad. And then we still have Neutralize up. If they go to cast Uro, we can neutralize it. Oh no, we cannot. Oh no. Their Elspeth Conquer's Deaths have been very good, and ours have been very poor. So it kind of feels like now that we're not playing the Narset, Planeswalker, and Teferi, 3-drop Teferi, that I don't know if the Conquer's Deaths stay in the deck. Yeah, it does kind of feel like they're not as good now. You got it. We can play a gigantic Shark Typhoon to block. That might be what we have to do. Uh-oh, Scoot Swarm. Oh, man. Scoot Swarm. Getting in there. So I guess we're just going to cycle this. So we can go Shark Typhoon. And then we can play this Omen of the Sea on their turn to make a 2/2. So we're not dead, but man, does it not feel good. In his landfalls, you get a 1/1, right? Yeah. Jeez. Triple conquers death. Double land. Get out of here. Triple land. Triple conquers death versus triple land. I guess a Shatters the Sky will keep us in the game. Will keep us in the game, but that will not even let us stay. That will not even let us play. So we're playing like a Bant control type deck. The what do we want? We want these Skyclaves. We're gonna try out this Conundrum. Negates feel good here. Dream Trawler. Disputes. What do we not want? Probably a lot of this removal. We'll take 2 of the Shatters out. You know, we'll shave all the Shatters. We'll take a Conquer's Death out. The Censors will shave, not Censors, the Disruptions will shave 2 of those. This Ondu Inversion feels like it's going to be good if we can hit everything. What else feels weak? Glass Caskets for sure. So we're just shaving a lot of cards. This Archon might be good. Let's see if we can fit these Archons in here. If we take out... We did cut 2 of our lands. That's gonna be an issue. So we don't want to cut any more of our modal DFCs. Let's play without the Archons. So we basically cut 2 lands, so that's putting us at a 28 land deck. So that's still okay. A pseudo 28 card deck, 28 land deck. We'll keep. We can go Disruption. And then we can play Plains, and then we have a a Censor for their next play. And if they don't do anything, we can play Omen of the Sea. Try and hit some more lands. We got a Lotus Cobra. Okay, we will counter that. Turn 3, Emeria's Call coming down. This Omen of the Sea is going to hit us some more lands. It's kind of neat. This is like, I definitely like this standard better than the standard 2 weeks ago. Maze Mind Tome. That's a good card. Well, not much we can do about it. Need to hit some lands here. Another Shark Typhoon seems exactly what I want as well. Just like more bombs. Get a additional blue source. This is 2 to put a page counter on. We can... I was going to say we could just Into the Roil it, but I want to leave up this counter magic. And Tomb does not get hit by Conqueror's Death either, which is something important to remember. This card's pretty cool. It's like the treasure map that was in the Ixalan block. Just like a different feel. Uro. Yeah, not much we could do there. I think we're going to cycle one of these Shark Typhoons. Cycle away. 2. Yeah, this puts like a little bit of pressure on it, on them. There's our land. Perfect. So there's 5 mana. Looks like they're going to be able to draw a card off this tome. There's a possibility that we could just put it back in their hand. Make them a waste a turn. 3, 4, 5. They'll be at 6 mana. They can't cast. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just tempo them. They'll still get to scry, but we have a Conqueror's Death for if they play a bigger spell. Yeah, so we'll just slow them down. Because like that tome can get out of hand. I mean, it almost can draw them 4 cards, even though it was going to scry and then draw 3 basically. Maybe the deck does need red for Nahiri or Narset and a couple other things. Yeah, I feel like I do kind of want... Oh, here we go. Skyclave Apparition. So, this one's easy. We'll just attack. They could be leaving up mana for Mystical Dispute. So, Skyclave Apparition. Could be a nice play here. I think that's what we want to do. We'll Apparition away their tomb. If they want to hard cast a Mystical Dispute, that's fine. We're going to play the Omen of the Sea to try and hit a land drop. We did. And then I think we also want this Silundi. We could take the Silundi first and play it as a land. Yeah, we'll do that. There we go. So things are looking okay. If they have Elspeth's Conqueror's Death or they have Banishing Lights, we need to like start whittling down the resources in their hand. Somehow. They have six cards. Another tome. Shatter the Sky. That was solid. That was solid, opponent. Well, we can 3, 4, 5, 6. We can try and resolve this Shark Typhoon. If they have a Banishing Light, we're still okay because we have a Conqueror's Death. Alright, we're going to bank on that. We need them to not have a Conqueror's Death. Just have the Banishing Light. Oh, they scry to the top. Not good. Not good. Okay, cool. They had the Banishing Light. Which will make life... A couple turns will be... Things will be sweet. Ooh, Dream Trawler. Yeah, let's get this Dream Trawler down. And it's possible they have a Mystical Dispute here. They do not. Good. So we're going to play this as a land. And then next turn we can play both Conqueror's Death and Neutralize. And then hopefully ride this Dream Trawler to victory. Maybe instead of as much counter magic, we play more Dream Trawlers, because Dream Trawler ends the game very quickly. If it lands from your graveyard, if land under the battlefield causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers twice. So it's Panharmonicon. Panharmonicon. So what does this do? What land triggers when it comes into play? I don't know. Maybe they're just playing it because you can play lands from the bin. A 6-mana 5/7 with Crucible of Worlds built into it. I don't know. I don't know if that's good or bad. I mean, I guess it has reach against the Dream Trawler. The Glass Casket was a bad draw. What do we want to do here? We can Conquer's Death it, but then we... Yeah, let's Conquer's Death it, because it's going to draw us a bunch of cards. Yeah. And it still leaves up Neutralize if they go to do something fancy on their turn. Like they're probably playing Uro. That's what it feels like. Alright, attack. Ooh, Teferi. That was a great draw. That was a great draw. And then this Glass Casket is basically target creature gains hexproof. So this Uro is being played from the bin, I think. I don't know. You may know. This is being played from the hand. So I'll resolve. Trying to draw into something. They probably, I mean, a Shatter would be good for them. Not even so much, because the Conqueror's Death can bring it back. So they're not hitting what they need. Down to 2 mana. They have enough to reanimate Uro. I don't know. I do not know. But I definitely... Playing Dream Trawler just... I think that I want to play a deck with 4 Dream Trawler as the win con. Like, I do like the lands as additional win cons, this Emeria, but... Vanishing Light. So that can get rid of the Conqueror's Death. It can also target Dream Trawler. Conqueror's Death isn't going to do anything, so let's see where they target. Vanishing Light's a good card too. Maybe that should be in our deck. So they're targeting the Conqueror's Death. Okay. I allow it. That was always allowed. Man, I just keep playing lands. Alright, so... Ooh, look at that. That might be good. It might just get discarded here in a second.
After 1,000 years, big fast.
Shark Typhoon off the top. Nah, dude. I think I want this Ondu Inversion because it's going to get back both those spells. So we'll discard Glass Casket. Hit him for 5. Ooh, we got a Negate as well. Yeah, this game feels like it's in the books. We'll just pass it back. We have Neutralize up. We have Negate. Resolve that. That card feels pretty good too. Do we want to counter that? I think we do. We'll go ahead and negate. Ooh, they had their own negate. So we can go ahead and draw and discard. Otherwise, well, this creature might get up to 4, because 2, land for turn is 3, 4. It will not get big enough. So we can draw and discard. That's not worth it. That's fine. You can have your triggers. You can have your triggers. I mean, this Dream Trawler is just going to run away with the game. So let's go ahead and phase out the creature that can attack. Alrighty. Draw it up. Draw a card. Good old Teferi. Discard. Dang, I love drawing cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can go ahead and slam down the Shark Typhoon. Then we have a Neutralize up. Neutralize for whatever spell they play. They go to cast an Uro. Conquers Death, Banishing Light, whatever. Interesting. So we're definitely going to activate this at least. Oh, we did Miserable Dispute. It could be good. Teferi did his job.
I'll just come back yesterday.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Shatter the Sky. Yeah, we'll counter. And hopefully they don't have a counter of their own. But I guess we have a Shark Typhoon in play. All right. You win this round. Oh, man. And this Omen of the Sea, it's going to bring us back into the game. So I guess we'll naturally draw and then go from there. Lotus Cobra. I ain't afraid of no snake. Look at that. You be putting a casket. You about to be putting a ground, dog. You going to bed. Night, night. Eternal sleep. Eternal slumber. Until a true love's kiss. Look at that. Neutralize. Ding dong. Right on time. Get 'em, boys. Get 'em, flying sharks. Do. Oh, let's see. Well, we're still down a game. This is the longest game of Magic ever. 15 minutes, fine. 12 minutes. So this is an Uro from the bin. We can neutralize. If we neutralize, they don't have enough blues to cast it again, so. I guess unless the last card in their hand is Island. Oh, this gives us another Sharky. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Almost lethal. What do we got? What's your last card? Cultivate. So. That is not enough to get Uro into play. I did not click it fast enough, unfortunately. But Dream Trawler, just as good. And we have a Dispute. This Ondu Inversion is going to be sweet. If I, in game 3, like, look at all this. If that would blow this stuff up, man. Ooh. Alright, there are 2. The Uro can resolve. We have a Dispute in case they have, if they're trying to draw into one of their answers. This Dispute will hopefully, now that I'm looking at their lands, it ain't gonna do anything. This Dispute, I may as well just discard it to Dream Trawler. Oh, dude. Oh, man, look at that. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Does Uro have reach? It does not. So this blocks this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is still lethal. Still lethal. So maybe they have a Banishing Light as their last card. All right, what you got? Now we have a ton of counter magic. All right, game 3. Game 3. So that Dream Trawler felt pretty good. Maybe we got the deck built a little bit wrong. Do we want more threats? I think we do want these threats. So we want the Archons and the Brazen Borrower. And then what was super weak this game? Dispute was kind of weak. We're going to shave Silundi. We can cut the Roil because we're bringing in the Brazen Borrower. And then this Confounding Conundrum. I just don't like that card. I just don't think it's very good without fetch lands. But because like that game, like we're gonna get to the late game no matter what. So they're gonna have mana. They're gonna have lands, and it's actually probably a bad thing because it can re-trigger their landfall abilities. Yeah, so that's yeah. We don't want to board that in. Now that we talked through it, it's a glorified cantrip basically. A glorified cantrip. Oh man. Ugh. I'm having I got like inflammation on my side here. Did a lot of heavy lifting last week, so I did a lot of heavy lifting and a lot of slouching, sitting down, which is never a good combination. My whole life I've had bad posture. Is this good? Do I want to keep this hand? I don't think I do. I'm on the draw, though. So turn 1, we go Ondu Inversion. Turn 2, Fabled Passage. Turn 3, Cycle. No, we'll ship it. Okay. This looks better. We'll go ahead and get rid of a Neutralize. Mystical Dispute. That'll be good for their turn 3 play. If they go like turn 2 Lotus Cobra, that's going to be good for them. Ooh, turn 2 Lotus Cobra. Which is fine. If they play like a blue Uro or something, we can counter it. We'll put the fear in them. We got the planes because we got the Glass Casket up on you. Oh, that was a solid play by our opponent. Cobra into Fabled Passage. So they have, 4 mana to work with. No blue, so their Dispute is not going to be doing anything. Look at all that mana. All that mana. But we do, I mean, if we can rip a blue source, we'll have a Neutralize for whatever they play. Or whatever bomb for like the landfall card. If we can snag that, that'd be great. Perfect. And if they don't do anything, we have Omen of the Sea. And then now our Fabled Passage comes in untapped. This is great. This is good to hear. Good to see. So, Uro. Do we want to do anything about this? So otherwise, they're just going to play a land. Do we dispute this just for the... I think we do. It's the amount of mana they have, I don't think it's going to do much later. And they did not play a 2-drop last turn, so... And this still lets us play Omen of the Sea. Oh, Jesus. Well, I did that on purpose because you need enchantments to activate this Archon. Yeah, that's what it is. I did that on purpose. I even talked about playing the Omen of the Sea, but I wanted to click the buttons. I'm like a... Oh, that's solid play. What? They have an Uro in the bin. Jeez, opponent. Dispute. Let's try and hit our land drop with this Omen of the Sea. We do hit our land drop. This Apparition is not going to do anything. I mean, technically it blocks the Cobra, but it's irrelevant. So we have Mystical Dispute up. They want to cast another Uro. But more than likely we're just going to cycle this Omen of the Sea. Ooh, Dream Trawler, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and land. Yeah, so let's go ahead and just do that. Dream Trawlers would be very good. Done. Okay, so they're... Oh, Conqueror's Death's going to fire off. We have a Negate, we have a Neutralize. They're going to be able to cantrip here, play a land if they wish. I think if they attack with the Cobra, I think we just make a giant shark and block. Otherwise, what are we afraid of? I guess the landfall card. Yeah, I guess we're kind of afraid of that. We'll just take our 2 from the Cobra. What do they got? They did not play a land off the Uro, so their hand is 6 spells. Ancient Green Warden. That is a perfect play by us, because now we get to resolve Dream Trawler. Pew, 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 pew. Look at that. So as long as they don't have Shatter the Sky, we are looking good. If they have Shatter the Sky, then this sucks. But... otherwise, we have, we untap, we have Negate up for the rest of the game. Ah, they did have it. What are you going to do? So, let's go ahead and Shark Typhoon. What do they got? Negate. So we'll go ahead and Mystical Dispute that. That must mean they don't have a Conqueror's Death. That could be good news for us if they don't have that Conqueror's Death. Because they already played 1, right? Yeah. They had the Banishing Light. That's alright. We have... the Banishing Light is much easier to deal with because we can Ondu Rising or whatever that card was, or we can play our own. Oh, that's a good one. Ooh, Glass Casket. Great play by our opponent. Oops, someone's calling. And then good play by us. Oh yeah, we can make a 1/1 with Ardenvale. All right, back from that quick phone call. So this is a pretty good draw. We get to make 2 4/4s. Look at that. Look at that. So what do we got here? Non-angel creatures you control gain indestructible. So that's irrelevant. What are you going to do about 2 4/4s, opponent? You're going to play an Uro? You're going to play a 6/6 ground creature? You know what? I think I missed Castle Ardenvale trigger. Ugh. Ooh, we get to draw a card. Teferi. Solid draw. That's going to put us right back in this game.
I do love a good puzzle.
So the passage is going to do less. We'll hold the land because we're going to activate Teferi on their turn. If we could get enough mana to activate the Castle Ardenvale, we might keep it, but our retreat. Let's see if we can get a counterspell. We did not. Alrighty. Vanishing Light. Dang. So they're out of cards though, and we have this Omen of the Sea. What can we draw here? Ooh, Skyclave Apparition. Yes. And then do we also want to negate? The Apparition's going to get us this Teferi back, and then negate. Oh wait, do we want to get the Shark Typhoon back, or do we want to get... I think this negate is not going to be helpful. Ooh, this is an interesting call. Ooh, Omen of the Sea, perfect. Do we get the Shark Typhoon? I think now that we drew Omen of the Sea, we certainly get Shark Typhoon now. And then we'll play this in case we hit a land. Silundi Vision. So, really good. Perfect, perfect, perfect. They get to play their Uro, which is good. Ooh, Ancient Green Warden for the draw. That's, oh, okay, I see it now, because they can play the Fabled Passage over and over again and make infinite 2/2s. Okay, I can get behind that. They'll probably put a counter on all their creatures. I suppose at this point, I really want to Shatter. There's 2 in the deck. I mean, I can go wide too. The Silundi Vision hopefully hit something. Do we want to trade for a 3/3? I think we do. So they'll get a 3/3 Vision. Oh, that's a pretty good draw there. So we'll cast this main phase to see if we hit a Shatter. We did not. I guess Neutralize is the best out of these. We're at 10 life, so that's a little bit scary. They're putting counters on their creatures over and over again. They could be going for the kill this turn. Looks like they are not going for the kill this turn. Oh, and then this Panharmonicon triggers the Felidar Retreat twice. Oh, that is really good. Yeah, at this point, we're looking for just a Shatter, it feels like. There's still 2 in the deck, so... Oh, there's an Uro coming down. Did they hit a land? They did hit a land. Oh no. They could just be dead here. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Their last card was Conquer's Death, and that's going to get... We'll do this for 2. That'll snag the Shark Typhoon. It's a 4-mana draw 2. That's what the Thassa thing will be. Brazen Borrower, Omen of the Sea. Okay. Okay. Those are okay. We might just be dead this turn, though. Yeah, because if they put 2 more counters on everything, and we block, 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 that's still 5, 10. That's the game. Oh, man. We'll see if he sees the line, I guess. He did not. He made more cats. He made more cats. Are we still dead? We might just still be dead. We are still dead. Dang. Okay. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? So I guess maybe the proper play was to get rid of that Felidar Retreat. That's the card we should have exiled, not the Banishing Light. That was the proper play. Because that's what made him win the game, but... Alright, let's play another match. What is this? I don't know what that is. It's like an emote. Alright, we'll play one more. These games last pretty long. These games last pretty long. Okay. Yeah. Ooh, I can dig this hand. Are we on the play or the draw? Perfect. Let's try and hit another land. Ooh, Omen of the Sea. We'll keep it. As long as we're not playing against an aggressive deck. Oh, look at these sleeves. Mu Yanling. And then we can cast Omen of the Sea to hit our lands 3 and 4, hopefully. We're playing another Bant mid-range deck. Don't want that. And I guess this sees 3 cards, so we'll keep this in case we miss our land. Okay, did not miss our land drop. This is just a beautiful looking hand. Look at this. We got our Silundi Visions, Orion Reef Ooze. That's not very scary. It's not scary at all. We will get a second white for Shatter, and then we'll cast Omen of the Sea. There's another land and Glass Casket. Perfect. So land, and we will Glass Casket you away. See you later. He oozed down a drain. And then we still have these visions to hit spells, or they can be lands if we need them to be. Swarm Shambler. This guy has a lot of text on him. Every creature with one counter because of target of a spell. 1/1 green inside. Okay, cool. Ooh, what is this guy? 1 or more 1/1 counters we put on a creature you control. That means +1. Sure. Yeah, so that's a hardened scales on a creature. That's kind of cool. So we'll go ahead and pass. Let's Omen it up. There's our land and Into the Roil. We'll go ahead and get the Into the Roil, and we'll just play a Silundi as a land. And then we can Roil away something. So if they go to do some fancy stuff, we can Into the Roil away the Mentor. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do that now. So, look at that. sick plays coming in hot with them sick plays. Oh my god, what is this? So it's moving too fast for me. Just 2/2 flying at first strike. Okay, that's fine with me. So let's go ahead and resolve this, and then we'll just play some of these spells and we'll be good to go. If we can rip a Shatter the Sky, we'll be golden. That's fine. Ooh, Basri Ket. Gotta read this guy again. Whenever one more token attacks, it's trying to create that many. Ooh. So, I really like this card. I think it's really sweet. Conquers Death. That will get rid of Basri. That's gonna get rid of Basri. And then this gives us a blocker for the creatures here. They still got one card left, which could, you know, deal with the... You know what? We're going to put this as a land. Thassa's Intervention is a draw 2, so I think that's enough. Ooh, +2/+2. Oh, we'll chump. Go to 6. Another Conquer's Death. Unfortunately, that does not hit anything. So we can do this for 4. And we can hit a Glass Casket. Shark Typhoon is not what we want. Well, this is a 4/4 though, which blocks pretty well. We can cycle this Shark Typhoon so we don't die. So he has First Strike. It has First Strike, so we're gonna throw our dude under the bus, unfortunately. I guess this Maul of the Skyclaves can get hit by the Conqueror's Death. Another Shambler. We're just gonna use up our counterspell. We'll get a 3/3. And then next turn we can slam another Shark Typhoon down. And that leaves 2 mana left. We'll have a 6/6. Otherwise we can play Conqueror's Death and leave up Neutralize. That seems better. Because that gives us a 5/5. And then, I'll pass. And then end of turn, if they don't do anything, we can, perfect. So they're making a 1/1. We can cycle one of these Omen of the Seas. That's an option. Swarm Shamblerino. Beginning of combat on your turn. That is not going to resolve. Is that a 2-drop? 2-drop, 1/1. That's pretty good. It's a pretty good card. Especially in this like counter deck. +1/+1 counter deck. Ooh, Fabled Passage. Alright, we will slam another Shark Typhoon to make a 6/6. And there's the game. Alright, game 2. So, what do we want here? Probably the Apparition. Probably the Cleric. Ooh, Essence Scatter seems good. Borrower is just a great tempo play. And then we'll get rid of some of our counter magic. The Disruptions, we'll shave 2. We'll shave all of them, actually, since we're bringing in the Clerics. And then we can... We'll cut the Big Bomb, the Big Removal, shave a Neutralize, and then what else? Did we want to try and fit these Archons in? I think we do. Let's try and shave. We'll try and find some room in here with the Disputes can go. Very good. Game 1 felt okay. So like the deck feels a little bit better against these mid-rangey decks. Oh my god. Got that pain. So this hand sucks. We'll ship it. This hand's good. Definitely good against what they're doing too. 4 lands. We'll get rid of a passage. But the deck feels good against these mid-range decks. I don't know about like the Uro decks. So we can go white, blue, blue as our sequencing. And then the aggressive decks, I don't know. As much as I didn't want to play the 4 Dream Trawlers, I think I do want to play 4 Dream Trawlers. And I guess I really do like that card, so it's not going to hurt to play it. There is a lot of +1/+1 counter cards. So we can go Glass Casket. Look at this. The heat off the top. That was a good draw. That was a good draw. Another Orion Reef Ooze. So we're gonna pass. We'll leave up Neutralize, and then end of turn we can cycle a Shark Typhoon. So we're gonna take our 4 damage beat here. Well, I guess if they play a creature, we'll shatter. Yeah, we'll just shatter here. But we need to cycle this. Kind of feels bad because we're going to lose our 2/2, but Glass Casket, that changes things. Now that changes things. Well, not really, because we'll shatter and then we'll have Glass Casket for next turn. And they're still on 3 lands, so they could get stuck here. I meant to say 4 lands. Ugh. You're welcome. You're welcome, opponent, for your lands. Shambler, I can deal with that. So we can casket and leave up Neutralize. But this guy sucks. This is an ability because it triggers when it comes into play, so they don't even get a 1/1. Look at this, triple, I bet you they're fuming. Oh no, we don't have double blue. We don't have double blue. Okay, so what do we want to do then? We can Apparition. Well, there's just 1/1, so I think that we're going to Thassa's Intervention for 3. And this way we can hit our land drops for our Shark Typhoon. So definitely land in a Shatter. Perfect. That was a good Thassa's Intervention. There was also Omen to the C2, which would be good, but... Okay. Oh, that's a fight card. This is a good card in their deck, too. Hit us for 5. We'll Shatter. And then that's pretty much the game. That's pretty much the game. We'll cycle this. Try to hit a land. Perfect. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7 mana. We'll just make 2 4/4s. And that is the game, boys. That's the game. Shark Typhoon. Got him. Okay. So the first iteration of this deck, it definitely feels like there's a lot of work here. But I do think that there's some power. I think there's potential for a good deck. Let's take a look at it real quick. Let's take a look. Okay. So if we take a look at this, these visions probably, I mean, I almost always cast them as lands. But that's not a bad thing. So the disputes, they felt pretty weak. I don't think I want those in the main. I mean, what were they hitting? They weren't hitting much. The interventions I like. The Jwari Disruptions. These are getting boarded out a lot. Into the Roil was okay. We want our 4 Glass Caskets as our early removal. 4 Neutralize might be too much. So if we were to cut 2, and then our counter magic suite is Neutralize, Thassa's Intervention. Because I want to find room for trawlers. Where'd the other one go? They're hidden in here somewhere. Oh, no, they're in the board, so. Okay. So this is looking good. We could also shave a Shark Typhoon. We want 4 Wraths. These Elspeth Conquers Death were kind of weak. These might end up in the board. So let's bring the Neutralizes back. So that way we have a little bit more counter magic. So this all looks good. I like the Emeria's calls. I like this one Ondu Inversion. I mean, do we just put all the trawlers in the main? I love this card so much. And then what's our last 2 spots here? We could put, since we took out the Conqueror's Death, we could put in a Brazen Borrower. So we'll have Brazen Borrower Into the Roil to deal with permanents. And then do we play 1 Conqueror's Death just so we can exile things? This might be a good iteration. And then Typhoon's going to be taken out. So Typhoon's gone. What else here is bad? I really don't like this Confounding Conundrum. So yeah, I think that this might be what I want to try next. This looks kind of good. Yeah. Maybe, we want to do some more Skyclave Clerics. Okay, so if we fit those in there, and we cut, we have enough counter magic. I don't know if we want negates. We'll cut a dispute. We'll cut 2 disputes. Yeah, so I think this is kind of what I'm feeling right now. I like this. So yeah, maybe we'll do a couple more videos. We'll start here and then go from there. If you guys have any other advice, be sure to leave it in the comments below. Let me know if any play mistakes, anything like that. But yeah, we're trying to build the best blue-white deck in Standard, even though it's the beginning when everyone's kind of playing whatever and it's harder for Control to really zero in on what it wants to do. Let's be the first to do it. So once again, thank you guys for hanging out, watching, playing some blue-white Control today. If you still need Zendikar Rising products, check out our website, www.icgstore.com. There's stuff on there. There's singles. There's boxes, whatever you need. And then if you want to be updated on all of our new store stuff, store promotions, check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/Infinite Consortium. And then we'll have some more content coming forward with Blue White Control, some other decks. We'll have more pack openings. I have a ton of Expedition packs that we're going to open on stream this week, so keep an eye out for that. But today I am done, and I hope that your week goes well. Enjoy yourselves.